Hello, students. Today we will take Chapter 7 Packing by Jerome K. Jerome from the book Beehive. Now, something about the author. Jerome K. Jerome was born on May 2nd, 1859, in Cladmore, Walsall, England. Jerome's father died when he was only 13 and his mother died when he was 15. He was brought up in poverty in London. Jerome wished to enter politics or be a man of letters, but the death of his parents forced him to quit his studies and find work to support himself. Jerome was an English writer and humorist. He is best known for the comic travelogue Three Men in a Boat. And this chapter, Packing, is an extract from the same novel, Three Men in a Boat. Theme of the story. In this story, the author tells us that before starting any journey, we should plan and prepare for it well. Otherwise, we have to face a lot of difficulties. We should not take any task very easy or leave it on others. Our life is also a journey, and we meet with complex situations many times while continuing our journey. So, through this story, the author tells us that the things that seems to be very easy may not be as easy as we think. Packing things in a bag is not a difficult task, but it made a mess because it was not done with a proper plan. This story, Packing, talks of friendship and the joy it brings to friends when they take up some activity together. And even an easy task like packing can be amusing when you have clumsy friends around you. So, the three friends, Jim, George, and Harris, amuse the readers with the chaotic situations they create. The three friends, Jim, George, and Harris, decided to go on a holiday. Jerome, who is referred as Jim in the story, was very proud of his packing, so he offered to do the task of packing the bag. George and Harris, his friends, were impressed by that. They relaxed by lighting a cigar and pipe respectively, that the narrator would do the packing. But his intention was different. According to him, both would do packing tasks under his direction. The narrator hated other people relaxing while he was working. However, the narrator started packing. He finished it in a short time. He then sat on it and strapped it. But then suddenly Harris interrupted and asked the narrator whether he had put the boots in the package. Jim looked round and found that he had not packed the boots. He opened the bag and packed the boots into it. When he was going to close his bag, a horrible idea came into his mind if he had packed his toothbrush. He turned everything. He found brushes of George and Harris more than 18 times over, but he couldn't find his own. So he put the things back one by one. Then he found the toothbrush inside a boot. He replaced the things once more. The narrator finished packing the bag, and soon George asked if he had packed the soap. But the narrator was in anger. He slammed the bag shut and strapped it, and found that he had packed his spectacles in it. And then he had to reopen it. The packing finally got finished at 10:05 p.m. Now the task of packing hampers was taken by George and Harris, on which narrator agreed. Both of them started packing in a cheerful mood, showing the narrator how to do it. However, according to the narrator, Harris was the worst packer in the world. He could see the piles of plates, cups, kettles, bottles, jars, pies, stoves, cakes, tomatoes, etc., and felt that the thing would soon become exciting. And the first thing that they did was they broke a cup. Then they packed the pies at the bottom and squashed them by putting heavy things over them. They upset everything. George got the butter off his slipper and tried to put it in the kettle, but it didn't go in, and what was in wouldn't come out. At last, they dragged it out all and put it down the chair. Harris sat on it, and butter stuck to him. They searched the whole room but couldn't find it. Lastly, George got round at the back of Harris and saw it as they got it off and packed it in the teapot. Thus, they made a mess of everything. And to add to the confusion, Montmorency entered the room. According to the author, Montmorency was a very troublesome dog. He used to go where he was not wanted. It seemed that he had an ambition in life, and that was to get in the way and be a nuisance. He felt that his day was not wasted if he had made people mad. To get somebody to stumble over him and curse him steadily for an hour was his highest aim and object. And when he had succeeded in accomplishing this, he felt very proud. So, when the packing was going on, he sat down on things just when they wanted to be packed. He put his leg into the jam and he pretended that the lemons were rats and got into the hamper and killed three of them before Harris could land him with the frying pan. Harris said that it was the narrator who encouraged the dog for all these things. But it was natural for a dog to do things like this. Finally, the packing was done at 12:50 a.m. Then the three of them decided to go to bed. George asked them at what time should they wake up. Harris said 7 and Jim said 6. This led to a debate between the two and finally they decided to wake up at 6:30 a.m. They turned to ask George for his opinion but he had already fallen asleep. Jim and Harris placed a bathtub next to his bed so when he would wake up in the morning, he would tumble into it. And after this, both Jim and Harris went off to sleep.